Hey everyone, welcome to the December Buy It Now auction. No, this is not the Christmas auction. You guys wanted the Christmas auction in November, so we took care of that last month. This is the December version, which is going to be just like every other one we do. I'm going to put up 5 items for bid, and the way that I do it is I call it a Buy It Now auction. What I do is I put up an item, and I tell you what the starting bid is going to be, and then I also give you the bid increments. If you are interested in bidding on the item, all you have to do is leave a comment down below. Leave a comment with the item number and your bid. Now, I do encourage you to check back often if you bid, just to make sure that you weren't outbid. Items are going to stay up for a week. Now, I tend to find really good deals on stuff, and I want to pass those deals on to you. So that's where the second part of this comes in. If you just want to buy the item outright, buy it now, I will also give a buy it now price. So there will be a bid, a starting bid. There will be increments if you choose to bid that way. But if you just want the item, you can always go buy it now and take it for that price. That way, I know that whatever items I have are still being sold at a great price. And that's why I do it that way. Sure, I could put these items up on eBay and get as much money as possible for them, but that's not what it's about. It's about me finding great deals and allowing you guys to purchase stuff at great deals. If you want to purchase stuff as the high bidder, there are tons of websites for that. I'm simply trying to pass savings on to you. I can find good stuff. I want to share that. All right, so that's how it works. Now, how do you pay? Well, a couple ways. There's PayPal and Zelle. You can use my email address, stupluback@msn.com, for those. You can pay via Cash App at $stupluback, or check or money order to my P.O. box. But of course, you have to make out the check to me, not Stu Pluback. So that's the name you'd use for checks. So that is what it is and how you pay. The way you bid, like I said, leave a comment down below. Yeah, so that's what I got. Oh, the other thing, I cover shipping costs, so don't worry about that. Whatever price you bid, that's the price you're gonna pay. I'm gonna take care of shipping. And I do limit this to US and Canada. Sorry, rest of the world. I have to control the shipping costs somehow. I know it can be done, but I am not as smart as everybody thinks I am. So I'm simply going to say US and Canada only on the items. That makes it that much easier on my part. Um, so that's what I've got for you guys. So why don't we get into it? I've got 5 items, and we're going to start off with item number 1. This is pretty cool. Okay, this is in a hard case. It is a graded note from CGC, not from it's Currency Grading and Certification Incorporated, not a grading company that I'm familiar with. But it's in a hard container. It's not designed to come out. You can see here CGC on the back. It does have their hologram right there. What does that say there? Grading diagram. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's see. Patent pending on the hard case holder. It's comment free, and if you look here on the grading diagram, it looks like they showed where there were problems. Yep, look, there's that right there, and down the center. Not quite seeing it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. And then they got another one over on this side here. Let's see what's over here. Hard to see through the case. What if we look on this side? Just trying to figure out all the stuff that's on here. I just thought that was neat that they actually had this little diagram here. So I'll let you guys mess with that. Anyway, they graded it a 45. I think that's a fair grade for this particular note. What is this note? This is FR 1601. It's a 1928A $1 silver certificate. Of course, that would be the funny back, as you guys saw already. A funny back in a decent grade. Now, this note, in a 40 books out at about $45, and in a 60 books out at right around $60. So that's what the book has to say, and of course take the book with a grain of salt. If you can find one for those prices, great. Not what I'm going to be starting it at. I'm going to be starting the bidding on item number one at $30. We're going to have $1 increments. And if you want to buy it now, you can buy it now for $45. That includes shipping. So 30 on the bid, 45 on the buy it now, and you can get this really nice 1928A silver certificate, a funny back. And for what it's worth, it's got the 777s on the end. I don't think that increases the value, but it does make the note look neat. Anyway, that's number one this week, the 1928A funny back. Once again, bid $30, increments $1, buy it now $45. Number two, I got a hold of another Slayer note. Yes, I did. Confederate States of America, CSA Slayer note. It's not perfect, but this one is still one of the cool ones. It does not have the green overprint, so not the more rare, but still one of the harder ones to get. It does have all kinds of little, slight holes here, but the main portion of the note is good. Trying to show all the creases that are in it. I mean, it's a circulated note for sure. This is cool because first and foremost, there's June 2nd, 1862. These are hand signed. These are hand numbered. Just so cool. This one has got third series on there. Some of these were labeled second series. Some of these were labeled third series. So this would be a later portion of the second series to still have third series on it, if I recall correctly. There's the back of the note. You can see here. I just want to look real close. Yeah, that's not a hole. That looks like another piece of a note that's stuck to it right there. But yeah, you can see these little holes here on the end. Anyway, this particular one, this is CS42. This is type 42 is what this one is. And the type 42 in a VG8 is $45. And in a VF20, we're talking $100. I'm going to start the bidding out on this one at $40. $40 on the bid. We're going to go $1 increments on this one as well. And if you just want to buy it now, $55. So $40 on the bid, $1 increment. That's just cool right there. And $55 on the buy it now. And of course, that does include shipping. That is number two. Number three. I decided to pull one of these. I don't know how many of you guys have these. I don't know how many of you guys are looking for one of these, but I happen to have a couple, so I decided I'd let one go. It's just a 1981 small head $100 bill. It's crisp, uncirculated. It does have what I would call handling dead center here. It's not a crease. It's not a fold. It's like a little wave. Let me take a real close look at this just so I can see it correctly. Yeah, I don't know how well that shows up there, but you can just barely make out this little bit of a wave. So I'm going to call it about uncirculated there, just to play it safe. The note's beautiful. Real good printing on this particular note. Let's see on the back here. Yeah, you can, like I said, it's not a crease, okay? It's a wave. There you can kind of see it right there. So it's not a fold, it's more of a handling crease in the note. And that's it though. I mean, it's got a little bit of the wetting transfer here on the bottom. That's kind of interesting. A little bit of wetting transfer on the side as well. People are going to say the ink is bleeding through. No, it is not bleeding through. But yeah, it's Independence Hall in the back. Bright color, really nice note. Like I said, the only problem is that little bit of a wave that you can just slightly see here on the back of the note. Anyway, 1981A. How old is this thing? Over 40 years. Over 40 years old for a $100 small head. In crisp crisp uncirculated, you're talking, as a 63, you're talking about $150 or so on one of these notes. I'm going to start the bidding. Remember, I'm including shipping as well. The bid is going to start at $115, and if you want to buy it now, you can have it for $125. So just slightly over face value on the $100 note. Yeah, you can go to the bank and find them, but a lot of times they're written on and they aren't really crisp uncirculated. This one, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Really good. Anyway, that's number 3 this week. Once again, the 1981A $100, $115 on the bid. Um, if I said $1, well, yeah, we'll do $1 increments. Why not? $1 increments and 125 on the buy it now. That is number 3. Number 4. I have a 1917 $1 legal tender. $1 legal tender from 1917. Let me zoom in here so you can see exactly what's going on. It does show some circulation. It is not crisp uncirculated. It's in good shape, but not crisp uncirculated. Here you can see the center fold. You can see the horizontal fold in it. It's got a horizontal fold here as well. And it's got some folds on this side here, a little bit of dirt. So yeah, it's a circulated note, but once again, let me just go right across it here so you can see everything that you want to see. 1917 legal tender. This note is a legal tender for $1. Series of 1917. That's showing you all the things. There's the serial number. I don't see anything special there. Yeah, it's got a little bit of wear on the edge here. Yeah, not bad at all. And what I like the most is how bright the seal is. Seal's got good ink color, nice bright red. A lot of these are faded. And if I show the back, of course, this is why it's called a sawbuck, because you've got the X pattern there. Little bit of staining here, a little bit, not major. Does that go through? Just a hair of it does right there. If we flip it over, yeah, just ever so slightly. But overall, it's a decent note, decent eye appeal, and like I said, the red pops. The red's bright. Let me show you the back one more time, just so you can go through all the little stuff here. And if you want to pause it and read the about counterfeiting, you know, that's pretty cool. 5,000 years felony is punishable by $5,000 fine or 15 years imprisonment at hard labor or both. So that's interesting. Just showing the bottom. Pretty cool stuff. And of course, where was the, trying to find where the where the back plate number is. There it is. Back plate number there. Everybody's gonna ask if it's a mule. No, this one is not a mule, but series of 1917. Anyway, book on this in a VG8 is about $80. I think this is better than an 8. In a 20, it's $125. But we aren't talking those kind of prices. On this particular note, it's FR39 for the record. We are looking at a bid of $65. We're going to do $1 increments, and if you just want to buy it outright, you can buy it now, $80 and it's yours. $65 on the bid, $1 increments, $80 on the buy it now. That is item number 4. Item number 5. I was trying to keep everything fairly low priced because it is Christmas, but just in case you want to get Christmas for yourself, item number 5 is pretty cool. This is from 1855. It is a obsolete note, an obsolete from the Bank of the State of South Carolina. $4 obsolete. There's the serial number on it, serial number 549. I mean, $4 obsolete. This features Fort Mulney, if I remember right. It's the fort that protected the city of Charleston, South Carolina, from the British in 1776. So that is the fort that's on there. This is a hand-signed note, of course. You can see the date, May 6th, 1855, and the two signatures that are there. It does have a stamp from a bank, AS&G, and if we look on the back, it's got a stamp. What is that? Dabbery, Morgan and Company versus, well, it's kind of smudged there, J.F. Ficken, referee, approved. That's pretty cool. The obsoletes. Now, I'm pretty sure that this red is a wet ink transfer. I could be wrong. I don't believe the red soaked through the paper. I know the paper is fairly thin, So maybe, yeah, the paper's thin enough that might have just soaked through. But you see that on all the notes, and they even show whenever they show the backs as a blank back, you always see this coming through like that. So maybe it is just bleed through on every single note like that because the notes are so thin. Anyway, 1855 obsolete Bank of South Carolina $4 bill. Which part of that is the best part? The 1855 part, the $4 bill part, the fort that's on it? You tell me what the best part is. What I can tell you about this note is in my outdated, obsolete paper money book, my Don Kelly book, they call this note in VF, they call this note $300. As a choice, as a new note, they call it $600, and as a proof, they call it $1,000. That's what the Kelly book says. 300 in VF, 600 new, 1,000 if it's a proof. That's the Kelly book. Those numbers are way too big. We're not going to talk about numbers that big. We're going to start the bidding on this one at $170. $170 is the bid. We're going to do $5 increments. And if you want to buy it now, $199 and it's yours. $199 for the Bank of South Carolina $4 obsolete. I think that's pretty fair on this particular note. And we'll show it one more time just so you can see the condition. Like I said, the paper is thin, but the quality on this note is really good. And sometimes it's hard to see the paper quality when you look at the front, so let's look at the back. That gives you a little bit more of an idea. I mean, this is easily a 20. Yeah, it's a really cool note. But yeah, like I said, item number 5, the bid, $170. Increments are $5, and if you want to buy it now, $199, and it's yours. So that is item number 5. But wait, there's more. When I did my Christmas auction, I actually threw a couple items up on eBay, starting them at $1 with no reserve, just to see what would happen. And a lot of people had fun with that, so I decided we were going to do it again. What did I decide we were going to put on there? That's the question. Well, I've got 3 items. First item that's going to be going up on eBay with a $1 starting bid, I've sold a couple of these. This is an American Liberty dollar. It's a $1 silver certificate that represented a $20 silver base. This was supposed to be bringing back the silver certificate, and they had silver stored, and each certificate represented a portion of the silver that was there. You can see the series was 2006. You can read on here what it says. 1/20th of Troy ounce is what this was supposed to be. There's the serial number, there's the signer, and here's the warehouse receipt and the terms. It's dated May 17th, 2006. By purchasing this note, the bearer was entitled to 1/20th of an ounce fine silver, and the purchase would also guarantee the insurance and storage of said silver. So this was supposed to be a really cool idea, and I think it was only good for 10 years, though. With that being said, there's not a whole lot of these around. Are they neat? Yeah. What are they worth? I don't know, but I find them fascinating. And if you're a silver collector, this looks really good next to 1 ounce of silver. So that's all I got to say about that. So $1 American Liberty dollar, $1 silver certificate. We're going to put this up on eBay starting at $1. Second item going up on eBay. This one could be a monster. We'll see. It is a graded $1 note, graded 65 EPQ gem uncirculated, 1995 Federal Reserve note from New York. Check out the serial number. 44444448. 7 in a row. 7 fours. Leading fours. When you're looking for fancy serial numbers, this is a big one. If that 8 was a 4, if this was a solid, this note is $3,000 without a problem. So if this note is 10 times easier to find than the one that's worth $3,000, wouldn't that put the value at this at about 300? And then look at the grade, 65 EPQ. So incredibly cool serial number, incredibly high graded note. Take a peek at the back. You can see it says exceptional paper quality on the back, 65. Looking at the note, really nice. And with a cool serial number. So once again, I'm going to put this on eBay, and it's going to start at $1. You guys tell me what it's worth. High bidder's going to get it. That is number 2. And finally, number 3, going up on eBay. How could I resist? I've got some €0. The Santa's main post office €0 notes. And I've got 2 of them. And when you bid, you're going to get them both. And of course, I grabbed the wrong one. Yes, I did. You're going to get 2 of the Santa Claus main post office notes. And what I'm going to show is this note here, because I think this is the one you're getting the 2 of. This one has an error. It says Arctic Circle. And you're going to get this error, €0, as well as the corrected €0. So you're going to get the regular and the corrected version of the Santa Claus main post office from Finland. And like I said, the error is Arctic Circle. They put A-R-T instead of spelling Arctic the correct way, like it's spelled on this particular note. There it is, A-R-C-T. You can see the difference. These are 2 different notes, of course. But this is the note that you're going to be getting, and you're also going to get a corrected version. I've got a corrected version that I will be shipping as well. So you're getting 2 of these. One of them is the error, one of them is the corrected. So that will be number 3 on eBay. All right, that concludes this month's Buy It Now auction. If you place bids, be sure to check back to see if you are outbid, because I don't notify you. You have to be on top of that. The bidding ends on Monday night, 11:59 p.m. And the eBay items, each of those individual items will end when you see them end on eBay. You'll see how much time is ticking down there. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you. Merry Christmas to all of you. Have fun bidding, and I'll see you next time.